How's it going? Another day of, what is this? Slacker's Opinion. TV recap. Basically where I talk about TV shows and... Oop, went too far. Basically recapping what the last episode was, since I'm just showing this kind of generically. No specific episode. It'd be nice if I had like a montage of TV shows, but yeah, I'm just gonna do recaps, and these might have spoilers, so that's kind of what this little blurb is about. Just make you guys aware that the video that follows might have spoilers, and hopefully it's interesting, entertaining, and let's get on to the first show. So the next show I watched was Once Upon a Time. What was this, Swan song? I don't know. This show was good. I mean, at least maybe it's changed because I'm trying to critique it or review it or talk about it. And so I'm making mental notes as to what's going on, and I'm paying a little more attention to it. But I don't remember it being this simplistic of a story and this quick. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that's quick in this episode. And what is this? The Swan song? Yeah. There seems to be a lot of dark ones. That was the first thing that kind of stood out to me. I mean, 1,000 years? Is there that many dark ones over the course of 1,000? I mean, I guess maybe 10. I guess. I don't know. It didn't. I guess with the gold story, it seemed like he killed off the one that was the dark one, and in reality, it was probably one or two after her. But apparently, there was 10. So I don't know. This is kind of odd how many there were. And then. I don't know, the whole battle between, I mean, just the battles, there's a lot of battles, and the battles seem to be really fast, no real depth to them. They seem to be at a fast pace. I don't know, they had this cheesy over the rainbow comment that it kind of stood out, as opposed to we're forcing it, as opposed to, kind of blended in with the conversation. She just what was it, the evil queen? What is her? The dark queen? Whatever her name is. The stepmom to the kid. She just, look, I have power. I have the ability to use this magic wand now, and I'm just going to whisk you away to Oz, and we're going to be done with you. And it's like, okay, that was quick. And then for some reason in the last episode, Hook turns bad, just like that. He's bad. No real that could have been sold. I have the power to do revenge and exact revenge, so I'm going to go exact revenge, versus the other turnaround that happened in this episode, which was, well, I mean, I guess let's talk about leading up to that. I mean, there was the whole fight between her and Emma, and it's like her and Emma and Hook, and it was like, okay, I'm going to play a little keep away. Poof, poof, I'm here. Poof, I'm there. And then poof, I turned into your kid, and oh, I'm going to convince you to just hand over the sword. What? that was weak. I mean, they could have at least had him appear outside the door as the kid and then knock on the door, and then it would have been like, oh, okay, so he just kind of showed up right after Hook disappeared, and then he has some fib that he needs the sword, and she's like, okay, well, sure, I guess you can have it. Instead of poof, I'm behind you and I'm your kid, it would have been like, what? How do I know you're my kid? How do I know you're not the Dark One? How do I know, these things? And ultimately, they probably should have done a way better fight scene where they were like throwing magic at each other, fireballs, water, wind, lightning, whatever, trying to kill each other. And then, they get so worn out from the battle that, she's not at her A game, and he poofs the sword into his hand and then poofs and disappears, and is able to regroup with the other Dark Ones, and the Dark Ones are able to hold their ground against her, that many against one Dark One, as opposed to so ultimately this show seems to be on its last leg, would be my guess. I mean, that many events, the evil queen dismissing her sister into Oz, Hook going evil, and then easily getting the sword from Emma, like it was like taking candy from a baby. And then the whole, he remembers his father, and that convinces him to be a good guy again. That whole reversal was way too fast. I mean, there needed to be a lot more convincing in that storyline to show that he is truly understanding of what, bad things have happened, and he needs to be over his revenge. Not, I'm going to say one thing about remember your father, and now you don't want to kill anybody, and you want to help everybody. It's like, what? No. It was just way too fast. So it seems like it's coming to an end, I guess, this TV show. And that's fine, I guess, if that's what's happening. If not, I hope they don't do an episode like this again. It's way too much, way too fast, not well written, not well. I mean, they could have drawn out all three of those scenarios and made them into big, epic stories. Instead, they just cheesy, very short. But there was a good note, I guess. The hero gives up everything to save everyone, and you can't have it all kind of note. But other than that, it was just kind of, well, this might be the end of the show. So that's all I got for this episode. I'll talk to you guys later.